Hi viewers, welcome to my class on mechanics of materials. In the earlier classes, we have studied how to find out the normal and shear stress on a given plane when a body is subjected to plane state of stress. In today's class, we will learn how to find out the maximum shear stress and the planes of maximum shear stress when a material is subjected to plane state of stress. We have already studied how to find out the shear stress when a body is subjected to plane state of stress, and shear stress tau is given by sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sine 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. Now this shear stress mainly varies with respect to theta. For a given two-dimensional stress field, sigma x, sigma y and tau xy are constant. And so the stresses are applied. Now in that material the stress will be varying with respect to the angle theta. So that is, depending on the plane, the stress will be varying. So the variation of stress it depends on theta. So this shear stress equation tau you can differentiate with respect to theta, that is variable, and then equate to 0 to find out the maximum shear stress. So you can differentiate tau with respect to theta and equate to 0 to obtain the condition for maximum shear stress. So taking d tau by d theta, you will get the differentiation of this sine 2 theta. When you differentiate, you get 2 cos 2 theta. So sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into 2 cos 2 theta minus tau xy into cos 2 theta. When you differentiate, you get minus 2 sine 2 theta. So tau xy into minus 2 sine 2 theta is equal to 0. So sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into 2 cos 2 theta, taking this to the right hand side, you get minus 2 tau xy sine 2 theta. Now dividing by 2 cos 2 theta, 2 cancels, and sine 2 theta by cos 2 theta will give tan 2 theta, and tan 2 theta is equal to sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by minus tau xy. So that will give minus of sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 tau xy. So this is the value of tan 2 theta. Tan 2 theta is minus of sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 tau xy. So this equation gives the plane on which the maximum shear stress acts, and this can be solved, and you can directly get one value of theta. You will get 2 theta, and dividing by 2 you will get theta, and that value we can represent as theta s1, first plane on which the maximum shear stress acts. So by solving this, you are getting one value of 2 theta, and that we can represent by 2 theta s1, and there will be one more solution. You will get one more solution satisfying the same equation, that is, whatever solution directly you get plus 180 degree. If you add to that 2 theta s1, if you add 180 degree, that will also satisfy the same equation. So if 2 theta s1 satisfy this equation, 2 theta s1 plus 180 degree also satisfy that same equation. Since tan 180 plus theta is equal to tan theta, so that if you add 180 to the angle which you got, that should also satisfy the equation. So 2 theta s2 is equal to 2 theta s1 plus 180 degree, or dividing by 2 you get theta s2 is equal to theta s1 plus 90 degree. So there are two planes on which the maximum shear stress acts. So one plane, if you get theta s1, you can find out other plane by adding 90 degree to that. That indicates that the planes of maximum shear stress are mutually perpendicular. Similar to the principal planes, planes of maximum shear stresses are also mutually perpendicular. Now we got the plane on which the maximum shear stress acts. Now after getting the plane of maximum shear stress, you can directly substitute that angle in the shear stress equation and get the value of maximum shear stress. So you get two values of maximum shear stress by substituting theta S1 and theta S2 into the equation. Now later you will find that these two values are same. Both the substitution, both the angles will give the same value of maximum shear stress, but one will be positive and another will be negative. And since it is a shear stress, the significance of this negative value is not important. Only the magnitude counts for shear stress. So both the planes will have maximum shear stress. Now instead of finding out the angle and substituting the equation of shear stress, you can eliminate this process by finding out sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta values from the expression for tan 2 theta and then substituting and directly getting an expression for it. We will do that. We know for maximum shear stress tan 2 theta is minus sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 tau xy. So you can write this as minus of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by tau xy. Now satisfying this expression, this is the expression for maximum shear stress. This is the condition for maximum shear stress. Now you can construct a triangle which satisfies this expression. I have drawn a triangle here. Tan 2 theta from this triangle will give the same value, same expression. Tan 2 theta is equal to minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by tau xy. You will get the same expression for tan 2 theta. So this triangle satisfies this expression, and from this you can solve for cos 2 theta and sin 2 theta. So when a triangle is like this, the hypotenuse of the triangle is square root of this minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square. So that will give sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus square of the other side, that is tau xy square. So that is a hypotenuse, and you can denote this hypotenuse by z. So now sin 2 theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by z, this quantity which you can write it as z. Also cos 2 theta is tau xy divided by z. Tau xy divided by root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square is equal to tau xy divided by z. So you get cos 2 theta and sin 2 theta from this, and we can now substitute for sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta in the shear stress expression. So shear stress is sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. Let us substitute sin 2 theta as this and cos 2 theta as tau xy by z. So substituting for sin 2 theta, minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by z and cos 2 theta is tau xy by z, we will get this expression. Now sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into sigma x minus sigma y by 2 will give square of that, and minus will be there outside, divided by z minus tau xy square divided by z. Taking the common denominator, you get minus also I will take outside, minus of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square, and this quantity is a z square. It is square of this will give this quantity. So you can write this as z square. So minus is the minus z square by z or minus z. So z now you can replace by this expression. So minus of root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square. This is one value of maximum shear stress. To find out the other value, you can construct the triangle and get the expression for sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta. So when this value sigma x minus sigma y by 2 is positive and tau xy is negative, Once again you will satisfy that tan 2 theta expression. You get same value of tan 2 theta satisfying the maximum shear stress plane. From this triangle you get tan 2 theta is this divided by this, you get minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 tau xy. So it is satisfying the expression for maximum shear stress plane. So only thing is I have changed this, opposite side was minus and adjacent side was plus. Now the opposite side is plus and adjacent side is minus. Ratio will once again you get minus. So from this triangle you can find out sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta. So hypotenuse will remain same. Sin 2 theta is sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by z. And cos 2 theta is minus tau xy divided by z. So earlier you had minus here and plus here. Now this is plus and minus. Sin 2 theta is plus, cos 2 theta is minus. Okay. Now let us substitute this in the shear stress equation. Sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. We will substitute sin 2 theta this value and cos 2 theta minus tau xy by z. So tau max is equal to sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into sigma x minus sigma y by 2 divided by z minus tau xy into minus tau xy by z. So that will give sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square divided by z plus tau xy square by z. So taking the common denominator you will get sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square, which is same as z square. So z square by z, or which is equal to z, and z we know root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square. So this maximum shear stress is plus. Earlier you got minus and that is only difference. So both the values are same, only this is plus, the earlier one was minus. So therefore maximum shear stress is given by tau max plus or minus root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square. So you can find out the maximum shear stress from the given stresses. In a plane state of stress, you will be knowing the sigma x, sigma y and tau xy. You can directly substitute and find out the maximum shear stress. But we will not come to know the plane of maximum shear stress. So immediately if you require the maximum shear stress, you can use this expression. Or if you want to know which plane the maximum shear stress is acting, you have to find out the tan 2 theta value, and theta s1 and theta s2 you should find out. Then you can substitute in the expression for tau to find out the maximum shear stress. So this eliminates the process of finding out the planes of maximum shear stress, and directly you get the value of maximum shear stress. So if one wants to know only the maximum shear stress, then you can use this expression and get the maximum shear stress. Sometimes in design you are not interested the plane on which maximum shear stress acts, and you want to know the maximum shear stress induced in the material as a result of loading. In such case you can immediately use this expression and find out the maximum shear stress. Let us work out an example. At a point in a strained material, the stresses acting on an element is shown in figure. Find the planes of maximum shear stress and the values of maximum shear stress. Now an element is subjected to normal compressive stress along x direction of magnitude 10 Newton per mm square, and in y direction tensile stress of magnitude 30 Newton per mm square, and it's also associated with the shear stress of magnitude 15 Newton per mm square. So in the x direction sigma x is minus because it's compressive, and you can see that both the stresses or forces are acting towards that element in x direction. So it is compressing the element, or on right face if you see it is acting towards the element. So it is minus. minus 10 Newton per mm square, and sigma y is acting away, it is pulling the element. So on the top face, if you see, it's upward, so you can take it as positive 30 Newton per mm square. And shear stress on the right face only, you can see right face it's upward, so it is positive, so shear stress is 15 Newton per mm square. So you have to find out the planes of maximum shear stress. So by knowing these values, you can find out tan 2 theta s. Tan 2 theta s is given by minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 tau xy. Minus of sigma x is minus 10 and sigma y is 30. So minus 10 minus 30 divided by 2 into tau xy is 15. So it is minus 40 into minus, that is plus 40 divided by 30. You will get 1.333, and solving this you get 2 theta s as 53.123, or theta s1. Dividing this you will get the first plane of maximum shear stress as 26.562 degree. Now after getting this plane, you can find out theta s2. So it's second plane, 90 degree to that, just add 90 degree, which will give 116.562 degree. And these angles has to be measured in the counterclockwise direction from the vertical. So from the vertical, one plane will be at an angle of 26.562 degree, and another angle from the vertical will be 116.562 degree. 116 point so much, come 116 less than 180. So the other plane will be like this. So you will get one plane like this and another plane perpendicular to that. So there are two planes, and now to find out the stresses, you can substitute this angle in the shear stress equation. These two angles you can substitute in the shear stress equation, and you can find out the maximum shear stresses. Or you can directly use the equation which you have found out. So theta s1 and theta s2, you got maximum shear stress is plus or minus root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 square plus tau xy square. Sigma x is minus 10, sigma y is plus 30, so minus 10 minus 30 divided by 2 square plus tau xy is 15 square, which will give plus or minus 25 megapascal. So maximum shear stress is plus or minus 25 megapascal. So this is the value of maximum shear stress. Maximum shear stress is 25 megapascal, and these maximum shear stresses are acting on these planes. So we got the maximum shear stress and the planes on which they act. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.